Hi, and welcome to the Reverse Engineer Your Financial Goals demo. My name is Starlet with Star Accounting and Business Solutions, and I will be your guide for today. You're watching this video because you've either purchased the tool or you're interested in purchasing the tool. Either way, what I know about you is that you're interested in growing your business with some strategy. This tool is designed to help and aid in the process of growing your business by breaking down what those numbers are for your gross revenue. This tool will provide you with one of your financial key performance indicators, your KPI. Once you plug in what your goal is, plug in where you've been in terms of your revenue, and then select the option that'll take you there that you'll use as a guide. And we'll dive a little bit deeper into that. The goal and objective of this demo is to show you how the tool works or it could work for you and give you a little bit of an insight. So we have three active sheets: the goal sheet, your growth numbers, and the breakdown, track, and compare sheet. The way that it's designed is we'll start from an overview, bird's eye view. What is that goal? What is your why? And then we'll dive deeper into what the numbers are, all the way down to your monthly benchmarks. So we'll start at the goals sheet. Here, it's simple. You want to state what your annual gross revenue goal is. What is that number you're looking to achieve? What is the annual GRG that you're striving to achieve? And through this demo, I'll plug in some numbers, some fictitious numbers, just as an example so that you can see how the tool can work for you. So let's say 145,000 is our annual gross goal. That's what I'm looking to achieve within my company. Next, you want to sit and think about your why. What is the driving force? Why are you in business? It can be a personal mission, it can be a company mission. Either way, attaching um, the reasoning around it to that number allows you to get through the tough moments, rebuilding, stretching yourself, climbing the mountain, whatever that may look like for you. And then it gets a little more specific and say, well, if you achieve this amount, what will it allow you to do personally or even for the company? Consider this a piece of your vision board, if you will. So, really just adding some specifics to it. If you click next, it'll take you to your growth numbers. So this page is purely designed for us to take a look at what has happened within your recent revenue, what your goal is, get us to the growth number and growth percentages, and then take a look at what your averages would be and make a decision on how you're going to plan that growth. So, the first thing that you want to do is list a 12-month date range, a look back period. If you already have if you've generated revenue and you're not a brand new business, you want to turn to your accounting system, your bookkeeping records to see within a 12-month range what has the business grossed? What is that top number that you've received? So just for the sake of this example, let's say we look back at all of 2020. So you want to put in that date range as a reference. And if you hit tab or click on the next option on your computer, it'll take you to this next box. And if you remember from the cover page, you enter in data into the white spaces and the tool will do the rest for you. So here we have our annual GRG that came from our goal sheet. Now we need to enter, based on your actual records, within this time period, what was that gross revenue for those 12 months? So let's just make up a number and say it was 83.5 was what the company generated. So if this is what actually happened, this is your goal. This sheet is telling you that your growth number and your growth percentage is $61,500 or 174% of growth. Here, this breaks down what your monthly average is, and that's taking that total number and dividing it by 12. Same thing for your growth number. So this is where we're looking to reach, and this would be the average monthly gross revenue. The next part of this tool that's instrumental for you is taking a look at some benchmark options. So if we're looking to grow the business by 61,000, you want to do an additional $61,000 of gross revenue in addition to your 83,000. Um, we need to understand what does that look like per month, per quarter, half year. So the tool provides you with three options: quarterly jumps, half year jumps, and monthly graduals. The tool is designed to calculate all of this for you based on what you have plugged into the sheet. If you take a look here, we have our growth percentage, the dollar amount per month based on that growth, and then the accumulation. The tool will get you to and surpass your growth number. Once you select which benchmark method you would like to move forward with, let's say quarterly jumps, the sheet will shift a bit so that you can clearly see what your option is. And now we have our growth number, our benchmark method that we've selected, and the next step is to choose your growth year. So for this example, if we chose last calendar year, for our look back period, and we're looking to grow the business by 174%, there typically needs to be a time gap so that you can prepare for that growth. So don't feel like you have to choose your growth year to be next month, next week. It could be 3 months out, 6 months out. The whole purpose of this tool is to allow you to see what your numbers would need to break down to you, or what your options are to gradually grow your revenue, in addition to sustaining the revenue that you already have. So let's say that our growth year will start April 1st, 2021, and go through March 31st of 2022. The tool is designed to be print ready for you. So all of the sheets are already formatted for your printing. Click next and it'll take you to the section of the tool that is designed to go along with you during your growth year. So this is the breakdown, track, and compare, and it's broken down into 3 sections. This top section is where you want to list what your current products and services are. And this list is active. If you're using this during your growth year, you can add your products and services as you go along if you choose to gradually grow what your service offerings are. So let's add in some products and services. So we'll just say you sell a product, you sell consultations, membership that you know of as of right now, and maybe one-on-one training, and so on, just for the sake of an example. You enter in your product and service here at this top section, and it'll automatically populate down in the monthly gross revenue tracker. The grid on the side will populate a graph for you as you enter in your monthly revenue across the 12 months of your growth year. It'll show you the diversity of your revenue based on your product and service list type. Now, if you don't have different categories, or if you are an e-commerce company and you really don't have the type of accounting system that can break down your products by categories, it's fine. It just won't provide you with that level of detail. If you can lump up your sales into specific categories or how they're different, it would be beneficial to see how well you're doing in certain areas. So once you create that list, this is what you would do before you get started. And as the year progresses, if you have additional products and services, you would just add it in this section. Here is where you'll spend most of your time each month. Just checking. This is a plug and play tool to work for you. So let's say we've completed month 1 and month 2. So we fast forward into June. If our growth year is April through March, so month 1 would be all of April, month 2 would be all of May. So let's say product sales were great. We generated $5,700. Consultations were 12. And say the membership is just getting started, and the one-on-one, oops, forgot the additional one. Training is also just getting started. You rolled it out last minute. The monthly gross revenue tracker section includes and automatically populates what your benchmark method is. So you selected this benchmark method, quarterly jumps, and your growth number sheet, remember? So before we got started, before that year started, while we were strategizing on the growth and trying to determine what that's going to look like and what the plan is, you made this selection. The beautiful part about this tool is that you can always change. If you get closer to that starting point, or even in the midst of your first quarter or second quarter of the growth year, you can always make the adjustment and the tool will adjust along with you. So adjust it to half your jumps. It also adjusts it to half your jumps. Why this is important in this section is that this helps you to not only track where you are in your actual month, and your actual gross revenue received. It'll also track what that goal is based on your benchmark method. So in this example where we have a half year jump, if your annual GRG is $145,000 and your goal is to do it based on half year jumps, your target is $13,000 for the first 6 months. Let's go back to our quarterly jumps and see how that has changed. So if we chose the quarterly jump benchmark method, then your first month goal and target is the $9,979.17. And what this tool will do for you is once you're done with that month, so you're in your second month, you put in the numbers for your first month. And this is assuming that you have an accounting system, a record keeping system that's providing you with these details and it's accurate and reliable. And then here it'll simply tell you to either stay focused if you didn't quite hit that benchmark, or if you happen to hit the benchmark, it'll give you some encouragement. So again, let's say that we made it through our second month. Product sales were through the roof this time. Over some holidays, consultations are about the same, it's consistent, and you increase your membership. And let's see, 0 one-on-one training. So now we've completed 2 months of you're into your second month of your growth year. And based on your benchmark method for this 1 month, you've surpassed that goal. So you met your monthly goal. This tracker tells us where we are year to date based on what you've entered in. You also have the ability to see it here in your overall chart to see the accumulated total for the company, the accumulated total by the product and service, and so on and so forth. And you'll also get a chance to see how well you're doing. As at a snapshot view, your products is really carrying the business in terms of revenue generation. In addition to adding this information in per month, what you would also do is update this pulse check section. There's only one box for you to update, and that's the number of months completed. The difference between this section and your monthly gross revenue tracker is that the tracker is tracking your actual broken down by products and services, but it's comparing it to your benchmark method. So if you're choosing to take one of these methods and apply it, make it your target so that way month by month you can see, am I on track to gradually grow, whether it's by the quarter, half year, or monthly. The pulse check is just going to pull back and say, on average, are you on target to meet this goal? And it's going to take into account how many months that you've completed. And the question is, are you on track to reach your GRG based on the monthly average? So based on 2 months completed, it shows that you're not quite there on an average basis, but you did meet that monthly goal for your benchmark methods. So either way, this is a way to check the pulse on where you are financially. If the goal and you understand that you're going to have to gradually get there because of the way your business model is set up, that's okay. The whole purpose of this tool is for you to plug your data into it and see where you are in the journey, in the midst of growing your company during this period that you set up. If you have any questions at all, please feel free and do not hesitate to reach out to us at info@saabs.co. I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. If you run into any issues with this sheet, please send us a message. If you're enjoying the sheet and it's working well for you, it's providing you some type of value, the goal is for this sheet to serve you, which is why it's not complex than what you have to do. All of the nuances of the complexity for the sheet has already been done for you, and the goal is for it to be a plug and play and one of the tools in your toolbox as you strategize on growing your business. Again, my name is Starlet with Star Accounting and Business Solutions, and this has been your Reverse Engineer Your Financial Goals Business Edition version 1.1 demo. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If so, leave a comment below on our YouTube page, leave a comment on Etsy and a review if you've utilized the tool, and let us know what you need more of. What else would service your business and help aid you in this process of growing your company? Until next time, bye.